on, friends. Today, we are doing another live stream. How are you? I hope you're all well. I nearly didn't make it to the stream. Felt a little bit unwell for a bit there, but I'm feeling better now. I used this throat spray earlier on, and I haven't been right since. I think it worked a little bit too well. You know what I mean? Wow. You know, Jesus. But apart from that, I'm all right. Been an interesting day. How are we? How is everyone? Did you get it from Dodgy Josh down the pub? Don't drink, mate. Don't know any Dodgy Joshes. Thank God. I do actually know a Dodgy Josh, but he's not dodgy for that. He's just a dodgy fucker. Fucking stalking women. Shit like that. Hello, Jura. Hello, Dushan. Hello, Margie, who was at the dentist. Hello, Panda. Hello, Kitchi K. Gajuro. Germs, welcome. Sent of the day, Timbuktu. I wore Timbuktu recently. Dushan, I'm alright, how are you? I just don't ask where, says Dodgy Josh. Good evening, Pradeep. Galen still hasn't chosen a scent of the day. And it's got to be like, what, midnight there? Midday? I beg your pardon? You have abdicated your duties as a man of fragrance by not wearing one yet. Today I wore Dune Pour Homme. And it was fucking great. I highly recommend it to you. Look at it. Friends, I have nothing to wear, says Galen with his hundreds of fragrances. Friends, I have an announcement. Ashley Bissett, how are you? I'll make the announcement in a few minutes. It's nothing major or anything like that. You know, I wore Voyage d'Hermès today. ADT. Hello, Panda. Nobody has anything to wear. Lost in a sea of fragrances. Buffeted in the wind. The cruel wind of fragrance. You know? Oh, dear me. You know what I haven't worn so far? It's one of the coolest bottles I've got. It's this. Well, this is an undoubtedly cool bottle. I mean, just look at it. It's outrageous. Pradeep, how are you? Just remembered Pradeep's going to the post office for me tomorrow at the insistence of an Italian who says that they will throw a parcel away if he doesn't, which is a frightening prospect. He says the Italian was trying to also, I don't know if you read that message that he sent us, Pradeep, but he said, if you don't get it, you might incur costs. And I thought to myself, I'm not going to reply to that, like, directly, but I thought, he's not going to incur costs, so is he? You know what I mean? I mean, they're not going to do that. Don't be incurring costs. I might incur costs. Oh, bloody Italian postage system coming through. Thought we had time, didn't we? Thought we had time. Thought we could rely on the Italians to play to form, and then they didn't. Very Italian thing to do, you know. Okay, I chose Commune de Paris, 1871 by Astier de Villate. Don't think I've ever read that assortment of words in that particular order before, Galen. You know? Rolls right off the tongue. Yeah, you're not kidding. Goodness me. Nuclear One says, you ever pick up Bowling Green? No. No, I didn't. Maybe I should. I'd like to sample it first. Ashley says French Post isn't much better, to be honest. I've had really good luck with French Post, but my post was sent usually by a Frenchman. Won't usually work. When he sends me my post, he sends it from Brittany, which is basically, I mean, it's even got the same name as England, you know what I mean? Brittany. So it's just got to cross the water, really. I've had stuff take its time before from France, but Colosimo. Pradeep says his bollocks won't work with Frenchie. Not sure how he is saying things like he was at my front door. That's apparently what they said. That is what he said, isn't it? That is what he said in that message. He was like, oh, they tried to deliver it, but he wasn't in. I was like, maybe he was in. I don't know. Maybe the post are just lying. Trust Pradeep over the postman. Absolutely, I do. Nothing compares to Italian mail. On customs, a typo in Italy will get the shit binned or returned. It's so hot in Florida, I'm wearing my favorite designer, Prada Ocean EDT, says supply and demand. Nice. Tripler, welcome. Wearing CK2 today, says Steph's. Top of wasabi. Wasabi, mandarin. Wasabi, mandarin, violet leaf absolute, wet cobblestone, orris concrete, rose absolute, base vetiver, incense, sandalwood, one of the coolest looking bottles. Is that the pebble one? Is that the one that's meant to have like pebbles? It's got like it's excuse me, it's like a round, it looks a bit like a nuclear bomb. I might be thinking of something completely different here. CK2. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at you. Yes, it is. That's right. It does look like a nuclear bomb. Yeah. I don't know, probably. He just said go to the post office. Steph's, that's right. Richie G was going to buy that. He was going to get for like 20 quid. I thought it smelled quite nice, actually. French glish. Side French. How a French guy spoke to him in English. Pradeep Urban Creed knows. Yes, it is. Only people there that are English or family of English. It's funny that he got in touch with me and not in touch with you, even though he knows your eBay account. He could have just messaged you. You know what I'm saying? What's going on there? But what do I know, eh? Anyway, I was going to talk about this Kenzo. This motherfucking Kenzo. This Kenzo is very decent, but it's very designer. The bottle is tremendous. I'm considering doing a top 10 bottles, you know? But I don't know what criteria to use for me top 10 bottles. Should I just get like the most outrageous ones, like this, literally like this? You know, the top 10 best design bottles. You know, the ones that look amazing. Or should I get the ones that feel the best? Should I get the ones that have got the best sprayers? Yes, I know, DJ. It's definitely got phallic vibes, hasn't it? Kenzo Air bottle. Yeah, Kenzo seems to do a good bottle, doesn't he? Oops. Ooh. Do sound sending messages when I'm streaming. Yes, that is good. I'm not saying he's bullshitting. Maybe it's in French territory. It may arrive in a couple of days. Well, what he said is that if you take the tracking number, right, and you put it into, if you put the tracking number into Track My Parcel, right, then what it says, I'll show you right here. Oh, don't say it in fucking French. At least give us the opportunity to fucking... Oh, I can't speak French, man. I don't even think it's in French. It might even be Italian. Give us a minute. Disponible. Anyway, that's what it says. I don't know what that means in it. What does it say in English? Translate. There you go. Available for collection at the post office from the next working day from the date indicated. 22nd of July, it says. I don't know what the date is. It's like the 25th, isn't it? Bollocks. I don't know. If it's not big and red and has a sign outside, it will show delivered when it post is done with it. And it's transferred to French post. Wore Patchouli Absolute again last night, really growing on me. The Ken's Aware bottle is phenomenal. It looks like the hilt of a Japanese katana sword. Fun, that's what it is. Patchouli Absolute wasn't much loved back in the day, but it's a very interesting take on patch. Deep, dark green in colour for me. Says, yeah, I really want a bottle of that, actually. I might ask my friend in Japan if he can find one, you know. He messaged me the other day. He's found a couple of bottles of Bois Noir for under 200 quid, but they're partials. And I was like, hey, I want a full one. Hey. But they're there. Fosco, you've changed your picture. Silk Road bottle is nice. That's right. That was my topic for tonight. That's what I was trying to... I do beg your pardon, sorry. I was coughing like fuck. It will show delivered when it post. Oh, Italian post. Jesus Christ. And it's transferred to French post. It post. I don't know what you meant. Is France like UK? Well, I mean, that's the age-old question, isn't it? Not hugely. International packages can either be Parcel Force or Royal Mail. I don't know. I have no idea, mate. Track My Parcel reckons it's sitting in a post office. Is there like two for France? France Post and another one? I don't know. I do not know, mate. Don't live in France. Proddy might know. I don't know if Proddy knows the ins and outs of the posters. It's not really fair to ask him. I mean, he's doing it for now, you know what I mean? I can't be like, who? Oh. Where's my bottle? Oh my god. Hold on. Yes, La Poste and Colosimo. Oh. What's going on with that fucking huge thingy of light? Like a nuclear weapon has been detonated. Why is that happening? Stop that. Hope my ring light's not on the fucking flux. Try 17 track. What's that? A way to track more parcels. Excuse me a second, I just need to dispose of this bottle. I'm back. I hate the old postage fucking system. I'm definitely one of those people who thinks, like, once I've bought it, I want it, like, now. Where's the courier, Duck? The courier? Ah, it's in Ireland. Duros is bringing it round about 2 weeks on Saturday, I think. So that'll be fun. Get to see Duros, get to get a new watch, get to smell some perfume, get to have a nice time. PDE uses Colosimo all the time. Who's PDE? Try 17 track. What the fuck is that? Is that a tracking service? Hold on. Parfum d'Empire. I see. For some reason, I read that as Fragrance du Bois, and I mean, it's not even remotely close, so fuck knows why. That's 17 track, thank you very much. But it's Chinese. It's a Chinese site. It's been translated from Chinese into British. English. That duck's bought WD-40. There's no Adams Family sound anymore. I'm actually going to get the builders in. I'm going to get the ghosts sorted out. I can't be doing with another year of ghosts. Fuck that. The builders. You know what I mean? I'm going to get the builders with the fucking exorcisms. Get a build around a priest in. Fuck me, I'm forgetting what the fucking tracking number is now. The worst one by far, right? The worst one by a considerable distance was the one that me and Anuj lost. That was hell on earth. You know what I mean? God. Oh, just 17 track. Yeah, I think this says the same thing. Tracking, consume. I mean, it's all in Italian, like, so I'll have to. Fucking hell! It tells you how long it's been in transit in minutes, or it does it. Tracking, consuming. No, it's not. It's not actually minutes. Sorry, I've completely fucked that. How do I get this to fucking? This is a dodgy website, like you've got me on here, DJ. Proper dodgy. Oh, Robes, how are you? Like, this is really dodgy, mate. Desktop. Alright, let's have a look. It won't let me translate from whatever language this is apparently to. It says it's in France. Dispensable. I'm not even going to try and ring that. I'm not even going to try and read that, causing an international incident. Bollocks. I'm not arsed. This is not how the stream is supposed to go. This is not what I was talking about. Right. Back to funky bottles. Don't worry, Doc, I will get it. I know. He's put his arm around us. He's trying to calm us down. Seriously, it'll never compare to what that carry-on that me and Anuj had. That was a big fragrance haul, that, and it went missing for a while. It was sat in Heathrow Airport for fucking ages. It was upsetting, that. I did a video about it, the long-lost fragrance haul. Took about 2 or 3 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Very upsetting. Very. Anyway, Pulp Ephemera, welcome. Alan Hansen, welcome. Boz, welcome. Panda, Supply and Demand. Jonathan. Robes. Tripler. Funky bottles, I'll mull that over. Yes, I think I'm going to do a video about my funkiest bottles. And not my favourite bottles, just the most like... Just like... This is what I was going to try and like discuss on the stream. Like, why is it happening? What is going on with the brightness on my phone? Sod off. Can you see it doing that? There we go. I'll turn it down a little bit, the brightness, eh? Why is it doing that? That's doing my head in as well. Got my Aqua di Dora bottle today, says Boz. Nice. I am. So yes, I am trying to figure out what criteria I'm going to use as far as bottles are concerned. Like, great idea. Creative bottles in the collection. Yes. Like, which bottles go a little bit further, or like my favorite bottles in my collection, because that would be a different video, you know. One of my favorite bottles, which is completely the opposite than this Kenzo bottle here, right, is this. Do you know how good this feels in the hand? Oh God, it just fits perfectly. It's just a shame that the spray is absolute dog shit. You know what I mean? The spray is absolutely appalling, like. It's criminal how bad the sprayer is. It really is. Fragrance is nice. Fragrance is gorgeous. Panda Fragrances says, I was looking at Enchanté earlier and saw something called Mouse by Rocco Barocco. The bottle looks like an early 2000s Apple Mouse. I almost bought it for the bottle alone. I might still. Have you ever bought a fragrance for the bottle alone, friends? You know? Were you browsing for another fragrance and came across the bottle and thought, wow, I'm having a bit of that. Sorry for the constant coughing and spluttering. Something is rotten in the state of Rich Mitch. I was just talking about that, says Jonathan. Hello, Aaron. Idole de Luban. Yeah, those Lubans. There's a cad as well. A cad is a nice bottle too. A Tralala. I'll have a look at the Idole de Luban. Idole. Oh, there's a Lancome as well. Yeah. Ooh, it's 163 quid. That's not cheap. It's 143 quid. For women and men. I was never huge on the old Lubans. I thought they smelled a little bit parfum de Marlish. You know? But, yeah, this is the quandary I've got at the minute, you see. Do I go for this style bottle, this one, right? The Kenzo, where it's form over function. I could do two videos. Oh, don't. Oh, God. Where it's form over function, or should I go for function over form? You know? And there's two videos in there. I don't want to be that person that tries to squeeze out every, like, last second of content, you know what I mean? Or should I just do my... Anoush, welcome. How you doing? Anoush has a new picture as well. That's a hockey player. Borge Salmon. You know what it is? Loads of people have been dying recently. My next door neighbour's died. The alcoholic on the right-hand side. Don't really want to say too much about it because I don't think you should speak ill of the dead. But needless to say, I didn't go to the funeral. My auntie died a couple of weeks ago. Trevor Francis died yesterday. He was a very famous English football player, the first £1 million English football player. Chris Bart Williams died yesterday, who was another English football player. Fuck's sake. Both of them played for the same teams. Sorry, excuse me. Absolutely mental. You know what I mean? It's been a bad time recently. It's been a bad fucking time. When is Frederick Mall going to increase their prices? I don't know when, but you can guarantee that it's going to happen. I've heard that it's going to be next month, August. Hello, Galfor. Diptyque Benjoin Bohème bottle is a beauty. Ah, this is another one of my criteria I was going to come up with, right? It has to be the bottle and not the label. So the Benjoin Bohème, right, is just, I believe it's just Benjoin Bohème. Oh, fuck me. Right, I've completely bollocksed that, haven't I? That is not your typical Diptyque bottle. That is actually very nice. But I don't have it. Have you Benjoin Bohème? Because I would take a sample of that if you hand them out. I will pay you for a decant. Just a small decant, though. Now the stream is giving me absolute hassle. Why is this happening? Here we go. Fougère Royale's bottle is a beauty. I had one of those. Do you know, I thought it was very simple. Jafar Ali. Welcome, sir. I haven't seen you before, Jafar. Hope you are well. And thank you for joining. You know, there must be at least one Cartier bottle in this proposed video, Rich. Do you know what it is, mate? I've got a nasty feeling there'd be loads of them. Guerlain's B bottles are the most beautiful in my taste. Haven't got a Guerlain B bottle. I do have this from Herba Fresh. I'm not going to need to do this video after this bloody live stream, am I? Your audio is cutting out. It's. Do you know what it is? It's the stream's buffering on my end. Can you still hear us? Or are you winding me up, Pradeep? Keep us informed if I'm cutting out. I don't wish to cut out. I've got this older Cartier Panthère bottle with a fake ivory panther top. In fact, the entire Panthère line is gorgeous, says Panda. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. I mean, all I'm doing here is looking at the spring and summer collection. MDCI bottles are nice. Yes. I mean, I wanted the one with the head, the bust. I'm not paying fucking 170 quid for a fucking lid. You know what I mean? I'm not paying 170 quid for a lid. How are you? You know what I mean? You've got no chance, mate. If you want that Diptyque bottle, get it fast. It's going away. Oh dear. €220. It's a good price for now for 100ml of Promise. If you like Promise, yeah, because the prices will go up. I've said this for a long time. If you're going to buy fragrances at retail, if you're going to buy fragrances in general, now is the best time to buy them. And this applies to every moment in time because in future they will only go up. And we are seeing that happening relentlessly. At the minute, it's going up hard. They're taking their chance. They're taking what they see as their opportunity to put their prices up, and it's pretty rough. In a harmonious way, the Patou Lacoste bottle is pleasing in form, function, and font. Form, function, and font. I like your style. Let's have a look. Back you go. Yes, I thought about wearing this today. It's a shame I haven't got the lid, you know. Splinter. Hey, Rich, do you own any Jacques Bogart fragrances? I own 4 at the moment. My favourite is Furio. I'm waiting to try Riviera Night. Well, I do. Where is it? Oh, don't say I'm giving it away. It used to be up there. I could have literally grabbed it. Ah, yes, I can. Ha ha ha. The lid has gone for a Burton, unfortunately, but I've got Signature. I haven't worn it for years, but look at the damage I've done to it. What a fragrance that is for like 20 quid. What a fragrance that is for 20 quid. Massive it is. The dust on the top. You can tell it hasn't seen any action for a while. Funnily enough, Promise is the last retail bottle I bought. Bijan Man bottle is comical. It kind of. Yeah. It's imaginative, but it's comical. It is a little bit funny, isn't it? You know what I mean? Friends, the half-hour mark is here, and we know what that means. I am going to ask you if you would care to like the stream. If liking streams is your game, please don't let me stop you in any way. Bijan Man Vintage is totally different to the new stuff. The new stuff is bad, says James Crowder. Yeah, it happens with a lot of fragrances. The golden era of bottles was during the Lalique and Baccarat age, says Duro Rose. Yeah. When they were just basically fighting over who was like better with glass, you know. Hermes Elixir de Merveille is a stunner. I don't have it. My scent of the day is Estee Lauder Azure, says James. Also, the prices for the bust MDC are outrageous because it's just resin, not marble or stone. They've made special editions where the bust was marble, though fuck me, I'd buy that, mate. I don't usually say that either. Most modern versions of vintage perfumes are fine. Bijan Man is sweet now and doesn't smell at all similar. Yikes. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. I think that the 50ml Tom Fords, I think the 50ml Tom Ford private blends are actually really good, you know? I think they're really good, like, bottles. I think they're much nicer looking than the 100ml ones. You know? Eta Libre d'Orange bottles are expensive, Marla cheap. Marla just cylindrical bottles, aren't they? They're just generally off the shelf ones, you know? They've recouped their cost by now, probably by 100 times over. This is James Crowder. I'm just going to move this gigantic beast back up here. I had Furio, I had Gold Night, I had Gold Edition, One Man Show Gold Edition. Didn't really care for them, to be honest. Guerlain B bottle is lovely too, a proper one, not an Aqua Allegoria. Yes. Does MDCI have bust top bottles? Yes. There are catalogue ones, same as Parfum d'Empire. Yet Parfum d'Empire are a bit more expensive with a heavier bottom and glass thickness. The Skull Charm on my black XS is more badass than any of you, except maybe your rug. My rug is badass. Tim Wilcox says, Paco Rabanne Phantom, horrid but mad bottle. Not a fan though. Nor of the Moschino. 100ml bottle is thick. My heaviest bottle for its size is my 100ml Steel Angel Men. Yes, Angel Men would probably get a shout there as well. Ormond Jane. A Metallica bottle would give me loin pangs if I had it on the shelf. Oh dear. I'm trying to think of the other bottles that I've got that are amazing. I really love the Serge Luton ones. I really love the Serge Luton ones. You know. Evening Joe. We're wearing Gardenia ADT. Guerlain used to give out purse atomizers for Shalimar with full bottles back in the 80s. It had width and blue ceramic shell. I'm getting messages all over the place. Femme is a nice bottle with a dark red juice. It looks like a bottle of brandy. What a beauty. Parfum de Marly bottles are heavy, says a regular tangent. I don't have any Parfum de Marly because they are bad, says James. I tend to agree. I tried Brinde Réglisse today, and I get why it's discontinued. It lasts 10 minutes. Onoir is far better. Only a semi-etherealist is the EDC. Not going to lie, my Metallica bottles gives me a semi every time I look at it. Good Lord. Good Lord. I think I know what would be number one. You know? That's how I do me top tens and me lists and stuff. I like to figure out what would be number one and then work backwards from there by like a process of elimination. You know, I like to gather together bottles. But yes, that is a video you can expect to see on this channel at some point. Am I going to be taking lids into account? Possibly. Possibly. I don't know. Because that would rule Creed out, really, wouldn't it? Because the lids are fucking appalling. Byredo's entire aesthetic is incredible. Oh, I wish the juice matched the style. They got sold, like... They got sold for some silly amount of money, didn't they? Rogers Great Britain has a beautiful package, the bottle and the box. Those Maître Parfumé Elegantes, I mean, those bottles are really nice, but the fucking lid's atrocious. Look at that. That's lovely, I think. You know what I mean? The glass is red, it's rounded, so it doesn't hurt your hand. But I mean, the fucking lid, man. It's fucking shite. Did they get sold from bat money, though? It's disgusting. Don't talk to me about that. Some of the most disgusting shit I've ever seen in my entire life. I hate the new Creed caps. The old ones aren't very clever either, to be honest. I thought I'd let everybody in here know, since people here appreciate having me. Cool for someone here to get it. I will be trying to buy it, though. There was a half full 100ml Parfums called Koros for $43 on Mercari. It won't let me buy it because Mercari is making the seller change information or something. Ugh. Hermes Essence, some of the best caps, says James. That's true. Love that bottle, Rich, but yeah, the lid is bad. Oh, the lid's fucking atrocious. Jura says, I like Sebastian's caps. Sebastian's caps alone. I really like Gardenia. It's versatile. Slippery cap with no retention is an abomination. Yeah. I think Tower would be on the list as well. Caps I hate are Towers. The thing with Tower you've got to remember is you only have to press the lid down enough until it bites, until you feel the rubber, right? And then the cap is on. You don't need to press it down as all the way, because it depresses the lid and then your bottle will leak. That was the problem Eugene was having. Eugene complained about that. And I understand. I do understand why you would be upset by that. But so Horoff have some good bottle designs too. Yes. Bobby, is Gardenia going to be in the next exclusive you pick up? Well, just a quiet reminder that Eugene still hasn't bought. Is it Gardenia? I think it is Gardenia. It's the only one he hasn't got. And I do ask myself why. nearly on a daily basis, I ask myself why. Just buy antidepressants for your tower bottle and the leaking will stop. Twilight's upstairs caps are strong magnets, says Duson. Well, he certainly didn't make the same mistake. You know? The Luban Gin Fizz bottle is almost worth the purchase alone. I have not seen it. They obviously take great pride in their bottles, don't they? The cap on my bottle of Lanakees by Caron broke soon after I opened the box. It clicked strongly when I opened it, but it didn't click within 2 minutes. I remember seeing a perfume bottle shaped like a ball, a complete sphere. How stupid! You'd have to disassemble it. You know what I mean? You'd literally have to like pull it apart or some shit like that. I mean, the Aqua Amara bottles are fucking stupid. The Comme des Garçons bottles are fucking stupid. They've got to lie down. It's why I haven't got any of them. Like, where the fuck am I gonna put it? You know what I mean? Look at the scene before you, friends. Where am I gonna put a Comme des Garçons in there? It's just gonna crowd surf. It's gonna go all over the shop. Be fucking shite. Love Shiseido's Feminine Dubois bottle, says Joe. Eugene understood Michael Faraday's work. Not sure what you mean. The band's entire range has top-class bottles. My wife's favourite house, so we own most of them, says Panda. If you take label into consideration, Old Surge takes the top spot, says Germs. Should I take label into consideration? Dior Privé has the best bottles. Oh, they feel so good in the hand. They're like the Chanel's. They're definitely ergonomic. See the Chanel? That feels amazing in the hand. This feels amazing in the hand. These bottles, they really do. And when you spray them, especially the 250ml size, I think what's something I'm gonna stipulate in the video too. Like, size is important. Argos has the best bottles. Art, literally. Says supply and demand. I have a single small plastic base for a Comme des Garçons bottles. Might have been meant for a store to display them. Yeah, I've seen them before. What else feels amazing in the hand, Rich? Your mum. Your mother. Dior Privé bottles look very vintage apothecary bottles. This is a regular tangent. Well, that's what the Tom Ford shtick is, isn't it? You know. People sending me pictures and messages which I can't check because I'm absolutely stowed off with all the stuff that's going on. That Lanvin jar, bell jar thing you took out last time, Rich, has to be on the list. That's art. That's another Cartier that could go there. The Roadster bottle's pretty fair. Surprised you didn't mention your Enigma. Yes. That's super dig up on the luxury frustration. What? Early opium bottles were nice. So was the opium pour homme EDP. Yes. My cap on Chanel Biarritz doesn't snap and click into place. It just drives me mad. I can't pick it up from the cap. It will not hold. I think mine does. Yes, it will. It sort of half clicks into place. Very soft click. The original Samsara Parfum bottle is an icon. The Mugler Cologne bottle. Mugler Cologne bottle's pretty great. That is like 4-man function. You know? That's a pretty iconic bottle. All the Mugler bottles are, really. Old L'artisan bottles and caps, yes. Hey, buddy. Welcome, Eugene. Eugene is wearing Narciso Rodriguez for him. I have a cloned sample of Saint Jean de Bray by Christian Dior. It's one of the most beautiful things I've ever smelled. What's that? Can you expand? I love every opium bottle, says Ty, both Parfum and Homme, excluding the mid-late 90s Parfum bottle just before they completely repackaged it. I love the Santos de Cartier Concentré bottle. Very nice texture, heavy glass, ergonomic, understated. I like understated, I must admit. I love vintage clear bottles, Samsara EDP, but don't know anything about the Parfum. How does it compare and what does the bottle look like in its vintage form? Panda says, Eugene, it's currently pouring out in Boston, so no risk. Narciso Rodriguez for him, EDP is a great call. Might toss that on when I get home. It's perfect musk for downpouring weather. Enjoy the rain, Panda. Blend 30 bottle has gravitas in spades, says Triple. I've got that as well. I have got that. It's pretty great. The Koros bottle. Should I do iconic bottles? I mean, there's 3 videos I could do here. There's form over function, there's function over form, and then there's iconic bottles, you know? I mean, the Cartier Pasha. It has to be bottles that are in my collection, though. You know? It has to be bottles that are in my collection. And the Amouage bottle, you know, the vintage Amouage bottle would be fucking right up there. But I couldn't because I don't own it. Just to clarify, the bottle in question is the one shown for the 1977 version of Fragrantica. It looks too minimal for my eyes. Dare I say tacky, says Ty. Welcome, Ty. Girl on B. Yeah, that we've had Girl on B. I'm thinking of making some perfume videos for fun, and I think to ease my way into it, I'd do a few favourite bottle videos as a first. James, when you do, let us know, and I will put the link in the chat. Saint Jean de Bray by Christian Dior is the location of the Dior factory. I think they made a limited run commemorating the 10th anniversary of the site. Amen or inventive bottles. Love the Panda Tokyo scenes in the OG Jackass film, says Bob. What do you mean Chanel? Which I haven't yet, says Joe. Testa de Moro bottle looks like a lady pleasurer. There are many dodgy bottles in the com. I mean, I've got Full Choke by Smalto, and that is exactly what it looks like. Just looks like a cock and balls, frankly. You know what I mean? Volden and We Propeller bottle is gorgeous. Yes, it is. Saint Jean de Bray is an ultra rare Dior. 20 bottles made, says Spaced Out. Comes in privé packaging. Jesus. 20. 20 bottles made. Almost doesn't seem worth it. Fahrenheit bottle is iconic. Yes, it is. And I've got an original. I might have to make this a top 20. You know? God. Excuse me. Oh, no. There's the Enigma. I found it. I thought it was in a different place than it was, but it's not. It's here. Ooh. There it is. It's a fish. You see? There are only 7.5 mils. I have a couple of 70s Voldin Away parfums, but they're not in the propeller bottle. Wish they were. Have you seen the new Nasamato bottle? Very strange and small willy. Not a fan. Yes, it's a bomb, Pradeep. That's right. Still looks like the Sutton Hoo helmet. More willy talk. It's a great find, Dusan. The Metal Amen bottle and the Angel X Straight of Parfum with the crystals are both marvellous, says Ty. And what about just disasters of design? Some truly horrible bottles out there. Yes, there are. Do I own many? Do I own any hideous bottles? I own some pretty ordinary bottles. This is a horrible design bottle because, I mean, it looks nice, but the fucking function, trying to spray that fucker's a nightmare. Especially if you've got small hands, which I don't, fortunately. I've got good size hands, but it's a pig. It's an absolute pig to hold that. One of the worst ones by far, right, is easily the Encre Noirs. It's far, I mean, they look nice, and they do look nice. You know, it's a nice looking bottle. It's meant to look like an inkwell, and that's what it looks like. But it's a cow. Even if you've got big hands, you've got to use two hands to spray it. You've got to use one hand to pick it up, and another hand to spray it. Like, I can hold it like that because I've got big hands, but it's a fucking joke, like. You know what I mean? Like, even I struggle with that sometimes. You've got to use both hands, and it's like, well, a fucking, you know what I mean? Good fragrance, it puts us off using it. You know? Toy Boy. Aye, they're fucking rough. Anything that can't stand on its own goes right on the list. Comme de Garçon, those Bulgari marine ones. The other L'Occitane bottle and label is stylish as fuck, says Tripler. You could kill someone with an Encre Noir. Yes. Gucci Rush red plastic VHS tape looking bottle is something. I like the fragrance though. The Gucci Rush, the men's one, was, yeah, well, fucking awful bottle. Awful bottle. Fragrance. I've got a video where I did, it's one of my first impressions videos, and absolute pig. I was decanting my 250ml leather oud last night. That's a tough hold. See, I don't think it is. I think they are one of the easiest and most satisfying bottles to spray. Although, no, actually, no, I do. I just think these are just the easiest and nicest. I love them. I love the form and the function. Kenzo Katana, Spice Bomb, any other bottles that are weapons? There's loads of bottles that are weapons. I mean, you've got somebody mentioned before the Cartiers. I mean, they are glassmakers, you know what I mean? So it's they're obviously into the design of fragrances and stuff like that. But there you are. Look at that. 2 Cartiers there. Oh, excuse me whilst I hydrate. Gucci Rush for men is easily the worst made bottle of all time. Absolute dog shit production. Couldn't agree more. Tacky, shit, poor. Like the stream. The like to watchers ratio is too low, says James Crowder. Thank you, James Crowder. Somebody has donated on coffee. And it's not telling me who. Tripler. Thank you, Tripler. You are too kind. Thanks, man. Friends, if you would like to like the stream, please don't let me stop you. I would appreciate it greatly. There are 58 people watching. I'll get a nosebleed if it goes any higher. Oh, Tripler, you are too kind, my friend. I really appreciate that. Generally, don't get the Spice Bomb bottles, says Joe. I don't know. I think it's a man thing. It's a silly man thing. Like, it's a grenade. Look at it. Yeah. I'll tell you what I really like. The mini. There's a mini of Spice Bomb, and it's great. Do you know what I mean? The mini of Spice Bomb. I mean, the minis are always awesome anyway. But the minis of Spice Bomb are class. The bottle of Rush Pour On reminds me of an early gen iPod, says Zach. Yes. Yes. Really early on. Yes. Awful. Philip Plein, No Limit. Oh, no. Oh, no. I'll have the song in my head. Get out, get out, get out. I'm going to end up getting sectioned. The cap for a Picentro by Filippo Socinelli was definitely created as a murder weapon. He strikes me as the type of man who would create murder weapons for bottles. So this is a list about the most artistic or ergonomic bottles, says Pat. That's the debate I'm having with myself and the chat. Like, should I do form over function or function over form? Or should I do both? You know? Should I do both in one list or should I do two separate lists? You know? I don't know. Mendito Rossa have some unique bottles. I don't have any. I think I read that a girl was assaulted. Someone with a bottle of Good Girl. Yes. I read that before. You're absolutely spot on, James Crowder. Jafar Ali says MDCI's bus bottles look nice, and they do. They absolutely do. I don't want to pay an extra €170 for the privilege. Santa Maria Novella make damn fine bottles and cap. Yes. L'air de Temps by Nina Ricci is in the bottle double dove. In the Parfum double dove bottle is absolutely gorgeous, says Anuj. James, I think it was a bottle of Good Girl gone bad, to be fair, says Jura. Thank you, Panda. I won't bother. I might consider a mini, though. Gucci Rush, the all white one. Yeah, shite. Baz, the Spirit of Dubai is also beautiful. Black Paco Rabanne Phantom. No. Actually, every cheap Arab clone brand has awful bottles, says Jura. I have the new Polo Intense at the office in my desk, says Panda. The bottle is nice, but the cap might break by looking at it too closely. It's just like the sheer vibes. You know what I mean? Santa Maria Novella makes a damn fine bottle and cap. It's a great brand. Their quality's top notch. They're not everywhere. They're understated, but none of their fragrances were for me. If I was a woman, I'd be all over them. I love the round black Paloma Picasso splash bottle with glass globe in the middle. I think I remember that one. I like the Lauder for Men bottle. I like the Hermes Essence bottles. What else do I like? Do I like XS? I'm not sure I do. Oh, speaking of Santa Maria Novella, the newest Lyris bottle is a true class. Good scent too. For 6 minutes, you can smell it. Yeah, I stopped trying that. I mean, the Eau de Parfum one, the first Eau de Parfum they've ever released, just didn't last. Eris bottles are nice. I've got an Eris. They are based on an old bottle of yore, which I cannot remember for the life of me. I like Jaws bottles. Who the hell are Jaws? Luban. Yes, we've had Luban. I don't own any Lubans, though. Deva from Fragrance Bros sent me some. He sent me some. What's it called? Jar. Well, you said it, Jura Rose. Huh. Someone else has supported me on coffee. Joe. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Joe. You are too kind. The people are too kind tonight. Ter's bottles are nice, especially with its twist cap. Unfortunately, they scrapped it with Ogivre. I didn't know that. Look up Jar Perfume, says Jura. Fuck's sake. Hold on, I'll look up Jar Perfumes for Jura Rose. Oh, he sent us a picture. Oh, I was looking at one of them from the top. It looked like a nightmare, that. Yeah, it's not bad. Do they stand up? Like, do they stand up on their own? Fucking, I'm getting loads of notifications. I'm very popular tonight. Jesus. What is going on? I'm going to have to go and dehydrate. Friends, please stick around. I'm going to dehydrate. I will be back in 2 minutes. Excuse me. Wow. I'm back. It's already starting to get darker, you know. It's only been a month. It's only been a month since the turn of the world. But it's not as bright at 9 o'clock as it used to be. It used to be getting dark at 10 o'clock, 10:30. Now there's not as much light as there was at this hour this time last month at all. Which is to be expected, it's how it works. Okay, I have returned, my friends. I've got an itchy nose, what the fuck? Alright, Nick, thank you. Thank you for donating, Nick. 3 people have donated now. Outrageous. Who'd have thunk it? So, the newest Kenzo range has some rather nice bottles, says Ty. Can't remember the names, but hopefully someone knows what I'm on about. Oldest bottle in my collection is vintage Poppy Moreni. Didn't get the chance to the boutiques gone. I sent you something nice. 34 people have yet to like the stream. Disgraceful, says James Crowder. Those old Atelier collections, really good looking. Also Hermes Fraiche. Got the boot because one of the main materials was getting banned. Guerlain Old Arts and Materials, form over function. The Luton's bell jars are perfect proportions. Perfect, says Tripler. Duchamp Metallic, I covered it. It's an old Irish reel, it is. River Dance. What? I've come back to people talking about fucking River Dance. Dirk, what's your favourite memo leather? I'm an Irish leather kind of guy. Do you know what it is, right? I tried a lot of them and I just wasn't impressed. I was not impressed. I've got a pretty high bar for leathers though. So I'm probably not the best person to ask. Because, like, I mean, I've got the vintage Derby. I'll put these back. I've got the vintage Derby. I've got a vintage Antace. I would have. I would have to go through the autumn winter selection because that's where I keep my leathers. I could do a top 10 leather perfect. I mean, I did with Eugene. Me and Eugene did a top 10 leathers. You know. Vintage Antace is on my neck right now, says Dusan. Lone Star Memories, excuse me. Lone Star Memories, top leather. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. Only memo I like is Martha, though Moroccan leather is pleasant but not full bottle worthy, says Joe. Maison Martin seems to actually try something risky with leather renewed for a designer. Leather Oud's a top leather by Dior. Anyone managed to get Bloodline? Yes, but it's not with me yet. Bellamy's a top leather. I've got a vintage Antace with a sticker label. I've never been able to determine if it's fake or not. Smells like Antace, but lots of speculation on whether Chanel ever had paper labels. Anouge helped me solve that question, and yes, they did. I have Nino Cerruti on skin. It smells traditionally feminine to me, says Jura. And I have multiple sticker labels, and they're real, probably a regional thing. Well, I got a bottle from Japan of Egoist, and it had a like a sticker label. Yes, Panda, they're real. They are real. So sleep well tonight. Don't worry. Bandy is a good leather, well for its time, says DJ. Gallop is a nice leather. My scent of the day is the new Eau Noir. I like it, says Galfog. Good. If you like it, that's what matters. I've got the old Eau Noir, and I like that. I love Nino Cerruti Pour Homme. I've never thought of it as feminine, though. I'd have a litre of it if it wasn't so expensive, says James Crowder. Nino Cerruti Pour Homme. Nino Cerruti Pour Homme. I'm thinking of 1881. I'm thinking of 1881. Other leathers. Oh, my fucking phone. I'm getting so many notifications, man. What is going on? Slightly less aldehydic. NCP. Nino Cerruti Pour Homme is close to things like Alix Grey and Cabochard for me. Fruity green notes on a sheepwood base. Tripler gets massive jasmine. Just slightly less aldehydic. Today I did a video on Clune Keen. Rich, did you get my WhatsApp messages? Unfortunately, yes. I did a video on Clune Keen today, and I don't know how I feel about them. I think they're really ordinary. So I do know how I feel about them. A couple of them were nice. Like, nice. But I'm not gonna... They're not... Not those four, anyway. I've got the other four. I'll do them tomorrow. Ow! I'll do those four tomorrow. So, we'll see. But... Not looking great. Francis K, 2 years of salary for freaking Dior Vieira. Marvellous. Yeah, you would like to think he'd be getting something. He'd be getting something ready. Is the new Cabochard good enough? I heard it was awful for years, but then Miguel Matos helped bring it back to be closer to its original smell, says James Gray. I have no idea. Oh, I didn't get that impression from you, Rich. That is a shame. I think there'd be, there's one of them that smells like Salpernicou, the woody one, the Jarvanol one. Smells like Salpernicou a bit. That woody base, that synthetic standard woody thing. Very ordinary. Very ordinary. Dior Riviera crap to us, to gold for them, to... What? Oh, I didn't get that impression. Not keen, yes, that's right, Tripler. Yeah. Francis K. Has it been 2 years since Demaché left? Oh, Noir is a flop too, to be honest. Excuse me. My wife said it was boring, smells like sunscreen about Dior Riviera. She's usually a good bellwether for mainstream, says Banda. Probably but patchouli would sell well in France, I think, says Jura. Oh, Noir is a flop. It's one of those fragrances that the likes of us absolutely love. You know? You know, the whole fragrance community, like nerd perfume thing, like we'd love it. But is it going to be a popular release? It's not. Probably not. Almost certainly not. You know. Oh no, I was always a flop in the mass market, says DJ. Oh, Derma sprayed Alex Gray. Gorgeous perfumery, this, says Jura Rose. Oh, Noir is one of the weirdest scents I've ever smelled. Sometimes I pick up lots of coffee and I love it. Other times an overdose of weird industrial chemicals. At least it's doing something. Licorice is polarizing, says Tripler. If you like Parfum de Terrace, you might like it. You're going to let them slander away, Rich? Yes. Frank, welcome. How are you? How's the baby? How's life? I hope you're well. I like the name Parfum de Terrace, says do so. French 30-plus women notably seem to love patchouli. I just got rid of Aritzia patchouli to one, says Pradeep. What's that like? I'm a big fan. I must be a fucking 30-plus French woman. I'm a massive patchouli fan. Yeah. Big on the old patchouli. You can expect to see some patchouli fragrances coming out about what, 6 weeks time? How many weeks is it until September the 1st? Let's look. Calendar. Oh, fuck. I don't want this. I want the fucking... Alright, so... Oh, fuck off. Oh, it's literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5.5 weeks. It's 5 weeks on Friday. Oh, Lord. 5 weeks on Friday. 5 weeks of summer left, my friends. Yikes. And then I will be doing another live stream where I rotate the collection. Tired, but she's healthy. Thank God. That's the main thing. Oh. It's a paradox for me. Coromandel, Monsieur, I really like, but summer can't stand. But patchouli is one of those notes where you can just do almost fucking anything with it. Like, I'm looking forward to wearing patchouli noisette. I'm looking forward to wearing Real Patchouli by Bois 1920, even though I can't stand the company. The EDT, the actual EDT of that fragrance is amazing. What else? The lines between patchouli and sheepbread are blurred, says Jura. About 3 more months of extreme heat here in California. Jesus. I couldn't live there. I'm glad I live where I live. I couldn't deal with that evil heat. The evil heat. Friends, while there are 50 odd of you in here, I'm going to say something and do something outrageous. Many of you will remember the debacle I had with Green Valley by Creed. I bought it off someone. It was not cheap. I sent it back and the bloke refunded me. The seller was very kind. And he got back in touch with me last week. And he said, I have sent a different bottle with a friend of mine who was going to drop it off at your house. And I said, you what, mate? And he said, try this one, see if it's any better. And he sent me this. He sent me a partial of Green Valley. I think there's about 25 ml in there. Bearing in mind it's a 75 ml bottle. He sent me that. This version has not turned. It is just right. It has made my day. I have a partial. And I am extremely happy. So here we are. He also sent me some absolutely glorious dates. Dates from Arabia. Wearing it or babysitting? Oh, I'll be wearing it. The heat has not, there is no heat here at the minute, and it's perfect for the heat. I might wear this tomorrow. Was it delivered by a scantily clad policewoman? No, he wasn't scantily clad, nor a policewoman. No, he wasn't a policewoman, but he was almost scantily clad. He was wearing shorts, and it was raining. Outrageous. That's great. I used to love Green Valley. Robes used to talk it up constantly, so I bought into the pre-influencer hype. Yes, I remember Robes talking about it. He absolutely loved it. Early Greek did a video from a sample of it. Beautiful. And so was the fragrance. Absolutely fantastic. Spaced out, love that one. Rich has Arabian dates. It's lovely. I'm going to wear this. I'm going to try and finish it. Oh, it's got a fucking hole out of it. Oh, I never realised that. Look at that. Someone's taking a bite out of it. What's it like? It's beautiful. You can smell it when you come over. You can smell it when you come over, Jura Rose. It's lovely. It's got that sandalwood ambergris dry down that Creed's used to be famous for. Send 5 mils to Ramsey. I paid a lot of money for that partial, would you believe? That's great. Dark Arabian hair. Some weird shit in the comments tonight. Ginger hairs and shit like that. People are strange. When you're strange. Carrot makeup. Yes, all the orange people from the UK and Ireland. Very unusual. Oh dear. And what should we talk about now, friends? Anyone visiting the UK? I wouldn't bother, it's a shithole at the minute. Many Irish are dark-haired and skinned, called the Black Irish. Spanish Armada blood. Yes, swarthy. Schwartz. Make sure you visit Butlins if you can't. I'm not sure about that. I don't know why, but the end of my nose is really fucking itchy. DJ sounds like a great honeymoon location. Oh dear. Excuse me. Whilst I yawn in your ears, friends. Itchy nose, says Jura Rose. What did I wear today? I wore Dune today. I really struggled to pick it out. I really, the weather's been really shit here the last week or two. To be fair, I could be reaching into the spring rotation again, pulling out Dior Homme and fucking Aberdeen Lavender and Prada Amber Pour Homme. You know? It's that type of weather. It's Amber Fougere weather. You know? It's that kind of weather. Sure, the chavs always go there to spread their genetics like the plague. It's I don't know. I haven't got many summer fragrances that are good for rain. You know? Stephen D, welcome to you. Summer is perfect to West Autumn sin. You what, mate? This summer is perfect to wear autumn and winter fragrances, says Stephen. Milan, wow, every other girl looks like a model there, says Pradeep. Well, it is one of the fashion capitals of the world, is it not? Oh, excuse me. Food is always a ripe conversation. Did you know that miners peeled the dough off their sooty pasties and ate the insides? Right. Out of nature, good for summer and Rianne, says DJ. Who's Rianne? Who is Rianne? No Ensemble Mythique. I haven't got it out. Ensemble Mythique would be good. Eddie Sandra would be good. You can wear them anytime. Triple yes, they would leave the ribbon of pastry on the outside of it if they did eat it a bit. Milan, New York, Tokyo, and Paris, Tokyo. Tokyo's becoming a bigger place in Asia. There'll be places in China soon that'll open up for as far as fashion's concerned. You know? Self-controlled lunch units. Self-contained lunch units. I had a great pasty in Boscastle. I was lucky to avoid the brown willy effect, says Jura. I'm not entertaining that whatsoever. That is very strange. Newcastle is the home of pasties, or at least some pasties. Tell you what's good for rain, vetiver. Vetiver's good for rain. Grey vetiver. I've actually used more of this bottle than I thought I had. Oh, glorious. How old are you? A56. Check fresh. Tom Ford A56. 2016, this bottle. Timbuktu shining in the rain. Yes, Timbuktu's really good in the rain. Rich Boscastle has a strange local weather phenomenon called the Brown Willy effect. It flooded the day after I was there, although I would take a Jamaican patty over a pasty. Sure, you do see some fucking outrageous things. Fougères are very good during the rainy days. Yeah. Amber Fougères are good. I might have to, if the rain doesn't improve, put my hand towards the back and pull out some spring fragrances, as much as I don't want to, because I've been waiting to wear me summer fragrances, but it's too cold for stuff like Geranium Pour Monsieur. Or a Brazilian pastel, which is essentially a pasty. I just got the Black Irish. I got the Black Irish Duros, but lost me with the brown Willy. Any relation to Groundskeeper Willy? Oh, I've got something in my throat as well. Dying to fucking cough some shit off my lungs. Why is this happening? Can it not be otherwise? I enjoyed Dior Homme Cologne the other day. We Americans got microwaved shit hot pockets. Set up a bakery, mate. Triple Brazilians women's asses is their best brand. The best vetiver is Sycamore, in my opinion, says Stephen. The best vetiver. The best vetiver. The best vetiver. The best vetiver is straight couche oil, says DJ. The best vetiver. Not an easy question to answer. I've got Sycamore. I've got Sycamore EDT, which I prefer to the EDP. suits the fragrance more. Sorry. Fucking pain in my head. What the fuck? Best vetiver? That is not an easy question to answer. I'm scratching around looking at my collection thinking where the fuck's the best vetiver? Somebody did a video the other day talking about Anique Guital's vetiver. It was Rudy. Rudy was talking about it and I had it and I had to sell it. I got my bottle from Anouge as well. It's too dark. Pradeep says, just say girl on and move on. Yeah, do you know what it is? Right? He's spot on. I'm yet to smell a better one than Girl On's vetiver. If there is one, I'd be delighted to try it, you know. It's like I say the same thing about Les Indomptables. If there's a better niche brand at the minute, I'd love to try them. You know. Excuse me, I'm about to take some nighttime tablets. Oh, wow. What about the shampoo bottle of Girl On's vetiver? The shampoo? Tripler, you'll be safe. I hope there's no brown willy effect in the tooting area. Uncut Gem is the best vetiver. The location of Banshees of Inisherin looks like a good place to visit. It's meant to be an amazing fucking film, that. Cut that gem. Uncut Gem is the best vetiver, says Joe Rose, who's lying through his teeth. Girl on vetiver smells like shoe polish to me, says JP Music. Howdy, friends. Howdy, howdy, JP Music. How are you? I could do best lavenders. I might start wearing irises if it doesn't warm up. Yeah, I was going to show you all as well. I've nearly finished another bottle. Could be momentous. That is not going to last the summer. I might wear it again this week. When I get to this point with bottles, I like to just try and finish them before they go off. You know what I mean? And I've been wearing big amounts. I mean, there's 5ml. If you're lucky in there, there's 5ml. I might review this before it goes, actually. In fact, I will review this. I'll try and review this week. And I start trying to do a review every week, friends. Tom Ford Grey Vetiver grew on me lately, says Stephen. Nice. Do they go off when there's like 5ml left? They go off quicker the less amount there is in the bottle. So it's advisable. It's advisable to use your perfumes up the less there is in the bottle. You know, because there's more surface area, there's more time has elapsed for the perfume to interact with the oxygen, which is one of the most corrosive substances known to humanity. Is old oxygen. Oxygen is extremely reactive. Our testers go off within weeks if they are that low. Yep, you've got to use them, you know. Galen thinks he knows what I mean, but I have me doubts as to whether Galen actually knows what I mean. So yes, if your bottles are getting low, don't baby the last 20 mil, 15, 20 mil, 10 mil, 5 mil. The lower it gets, the quicker you should use it, if I'm being honest. Waiting for my bottle of Grand Beau by Thomas de Monaco and Dior Dune Vintage to arrive, says JP. Nice. Did we decide the best vetiver? Girl on vetiver. There's no point. I mean, until somebody fucking... until somebody... until somebody makes a better vetiver, it's hard to... It's hard to top that one, really. You know what I mean? Uncut Gem has vetiver, but it is absolutely shite. You know what I mean? Bellamy vetiver, says Sean. Welcome, Sean. Persolaise likes to leave the last few mils. He never gets rid of the bottle. Fair play to him. I hope it doesn't go off. Are you familiar with Roger Smith from the Isle of Man? He should be a national hero. No, I'm not. What does he make? Perfume? Girl Bellamy vetiver is better than Girl on vetiver. Oh, no. No, 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 no. Girl on vetiver, Ben, her, and my mother are from the same year, says Dushan. Hermes, why not? Because I think the Girl on's better. What about Dior vetiver? I haven't smelled it. Or have I smelled it? No, I don't think I have. Pat Lester, vetiver grey is a contender. It was made by Holt. Hero. Aventus perfumer, but who's it by? Isle of Man flag. I don't understand what's happening. Does Demi like vetiver? I don't care what Demi likes, to be honest with you. She'll like whatever she's paid to like. I own Dior vetiver. Never meet your heroes is all I'll say, says Pan. Yeah, I get a feel. I've been told it's just a fucking... just another vetiver, like... Tripler says Roger Smith makes wristwatches completely by hand. Is he like Masahiro Kikuno? Do you know who that is? He was the only apprentice to George Daniels. Vetiver Bourbon could be better if it was less musky, says DJ. But best vetiver for me is straight vetiver Royal. Demi likes whatever they told her to like. Yeah, pretty much. Root de vetiver. Oh, I can't fucking handle it. I had a bottle of Root de vetiver. It was so harsh. It was so harsh. Friends, it's that time once again when I will ask you to like the stream. If you would like to like the stream, I would be more than grateful. I will not stop you. And I would appreciate it. JP Music says, Dior vetiver is really good with that coffee note. Sounds interesting. I own Dior vetiver, never meet your heroes. Vintage vetiver, carven vetiver is nice, says Steph's. Roger Smith makes... Oh, sorry. Well, no. My God. I met my heroes Coromandel, Amber and Arguile, and they never let me down, says Spaced Out. I will like nothing, says Galen. Correct. Which I gifted away, but it was nice. I had some Indian vetiver Royal. DJ doesn't like anything. And then he says, the Healy vetiver is nice too. I use vetiver Haiti oil and Haiti vetiver acetate. I'm not against Java, but I like the rooty peanut thing. Your vetiver is great. I own Guerlain, Dio, Creed OG, and Tom Ford Grey vetiver. They all do the thing quiet, but if I had to choose one, it'd be Guerlain. Encre Noir Sport is really good. It is. I've got it right there. Villaresi Theseus is not a Soliflor, but it's a stunning iris vetiver fragrance. Yeah, Villaresi's really good. Rich Castagna is a vetiver. Well, I know, but you keep saying this over and over again. I haven't tried it. I'm trying it tomorrow. Dior vetiver is great. I own Guerlain, Dior, Creed OG, original vetiver, and Tom Ford's Grey vetiver. They all do the thing quite well, but if I had to choose one, it'd be Guerlain, says J Rod. Galen, stop holding back. Vetiver extraordinaire smelled like someone describing vetiver rather than actually smelling like vetiver. Vetiver and patch oils on different distillations from territories can be perfumes on their own. Probably the sandalwood also, but I'm not familiar with it, says Juro. "33 by Chris Russek would be my choice for the ultimate vetiver. Eli Saab is my choice for an anytime vetiver, says Galen. Interesting. Chris Russek. You did an interview with Chris Russek, didn't you? I think I remember you did an interview with Chris Russek. Incident Diplomatique is great vetiver. Not a fan of those Javois. Think he's remaining 33, says DJ. Remaking. Dear Man is a vetiver. It's a peony fragrance, that. I never wear that. It's a shame. Sultan Vetiver by Nishane is interesting, although I don't really get along with the brand. Sultan Vetiver, the first 20 minutes of that fragrance is spectacular. I fucking love it. And then it just dries down to the worst amber wood up until Uncut Gem. It's fucking appalling. It's absolutely fucking rough. I can't stand it. Dear Man has a peony note that doesn't smell much like peonies. It's heart and base as vetiver. It's very nice. I've got it. It is very nice. I own it. Galen, your overview of Russek's work led me to buying a bunch of his work. Timber is still one of my favourite woody scents. Fat Electrician is a vetiver. I really like Fat Electrician. I'd love a vintage Fat Electrician. You know? Sycamore is more woody for me, says Prodeep. Do many prefer Sport to Encre Noir? I only have the Sport. What's the distinction? Freshness? There is a kind of citrus grapefruit note in the Sport that isn't in the original. The original's more dark and rooty. It's much more towards the Sycamore side. Fat Electrician is a niche version of Terre de Hermes. Good night, Jura Rose. Fat Electrician stood out during a smelling at a shop. Creamy, smooth, but I think the performance is shit. I get really shit performance from it. Encre Noir Sport is perfect for a rainy day. Maybe I should pull out some different scents from the drawer. Get my Encre Noir out. Not my Encre Noir. my ensembles mythique out. Jeroboam Goza as well. I've got some Jeroboams. I like telling people I'm wearing Fat Electrician when they compliment the scent. Kenzo Air Vetiver and Licorice Bomb, says Tripler. Yes, I would like to tell people, turn around and say I'm wearing a Fat Electrician. It's a fantastic idea for a perfume. If you read the blurb about why it is what it is, it's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. I love it. Yeah. What about Terre de Hermes Vetiver? That's nice. Oh, Intense Vetiver. It's nice, that one. Jean-Claude Lehner had a bit of a splurt there where he was just attaching vetiver to all sorts, wasn't he? Didn't he do the Equipage? Equipage Geranium. It was Equipage Geranium. And it was Terre de Hermes Eau Intense Vetiver and Bellamy Vetiver. And he was just doing that thing that Jean-Claude Lehner does and bolting notes onto other perfumes. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. Jeroboam. Is Jeroboam the perfume house from Scotland? I think it is. Or is that Joram? I think that's Joram, actually, now I've said that. I always get them two mixed up. I have a Goutal Le Cologne Vetiver, and it's very nice, but light, of course. Lovely. I would like to source myself a Myrrh Ardente. If anybody is listening and they have or they know where there is a Myrrh Ardente by Annick Goutal, please let me know. It's a rare beast. There was one on Parfumo, but somebody wanted €220 for it. Terre de Hermes Eau Intense Vetiver is Christine Nagel, surely, says Tim Wilcox. Oh, don't know about that. Let's have a look. Oh, there it is. Eau Intense Vetiver. Vetiver. There it is, Christine Nagel. Well done. Well, she's followed on from the old man. Oh, it's got amber wood in it. Maybe that's why I'm not overly keen on it. I don't know. It's all right. It's certainly not an egregious amber wood. It's not like one of those big, dirty, great, no limbinol bastards. You know? How green is your valley, says Fosco? Quite green, mate, actually. It's not as green as, like, one of the hardest drags to find, says Tripler. What, the Myrrh Ardente? Yeah. Someone will be shitting. Someone will be sitting on a shit ton of it. I should get in touch with a Nuge. I will get in touch with my friend in Japan as well, actually, and see what he has to say. I wonder if Annick Goutal was ever available over there. And Crinoa Sport goes a little too swampy, says Steps. Interesting. Dusan of Demi whispered that if they are in your ear, you would drop your bottle of Amouage. Green Irish Valley, says Dusan. The large format wine bottles have the best names: Jeroboam, Methuselah, Magnum. I've got a really, really itchy nose. Like, what is happening? It's just started raining outside. Yeah, I might go back and revisit a couple of vetiver. Rich, when do you wear Bois de Zeal? Only fall and winter. Mate, I sold me bottle. Sold me bottle spaced out. Just didn't like it. Bois de Zeal, spring, autumn and winter. Spring, autumn and winter. Put some udder balm on that beak duck. Do you know, that's not a bad idea. I have got some udder balm. I do actually have some udder balm. Where is it? Where is my udder balm? I don't know. Cow's udder cream. I've got some. It's true. Panda Fragrances says, I ditched my Bois de Zeal once I got Egoist Concentré. It did that style better. Not a fan of Bois de Zeal because of the jasmine. The jasmine and the ylang ylang I find a little bit bleh. Bleh. Not a massive fan, if I'm honest. Where the fuck's me cow's udder cream? I'm gonna have to try and find it now. It's fantastic. I wonder if it's because I've got a dry nose. I wonder if it's because I've smelled something offensive. You know? Have I offended against my nose? Probably. Vintage Bois de Zeal is on the way to my house. Green Valley, like a harsh green like Synthetic Jungle, or like a soft green like Bel Respiro. Oops. It's got a sharpness, it's got a freshness and a little bit of a darkness to it. Ooh, 45 people watching and 45 likes. I like that sort of thing. It's got a sharpness, a freshness from the bergamot, you know. It's got a darkness from the blackcurrant. It's got this kind of sparkling. Would you consider Vrenchlower a vetiver? No. No. It's a what is it? It is a. You can eat duck rare, yes? No. Surely you can't eat duck rare. It's a fowl. It's like chicken. Go to the hospital, Bob. If you've eaten your fucking duck rare, mate, go to the hospital. I would say it's a sharper sort of green. You know? It's got cow's udder was the most revolting thing I ever tasted. Says Tim Wilcox. That's kind of weird. Yes, ducks can be milked, says Tripler. Yes, people eat it very rare. What, duck? In Japan they eat chicken sashimi. I don't understand the Eastern diet. I just can't wrap my head around it. I don't like it. I don't particularly like it. But I do go through stages. You know what I mean? I like the mixture of all like the different like sweet and sours and stuff like that, and certain things. But then just other times I'm just like, no, I don't want that. Sushi is fantastic, says Dushan. Not a octopus raw. Behave. Would you consider French lover a vetiver? No. What's it called? What's that green thing? It's not Angelica, it's fuck me, what is it? Galbanum. Galbanum. It's a galbanum fragrance, not a vetiver fragrance. Oh, yeah, friends, we are nearing the end. I'm going to have to go and have something to eat at some point. Headless Sense, good evening. How are you, Headless? I hope you're okay. Would Coco Chanel hate the Leon? I would have thought she would. She'd be like, what the hell is this? They're just sliced thin and raw and add lime and vinegar and done. Ooh. Grim. Do not eat before my bed. Last meal before 7 p.m, says DJ. Time for sandwiches. I might have a slice of toast or something. Maybe some Weetabix, you know. I don't know. I do need to lose some weight though, so maybe I'll take your advice. We'll see. We'll see. Is Vetiver Bourbon by Parfum d'Empire good? Yes, but I don't know about full bottle. You know. I'm getting abusive emails from lurkers. I mean, Chanel liked her vintage civet and all. Bon appetit, says Dusan. That Horta Sanitatis you sold me is pretty intense vetiver by any standard, says Nick. Are you enjoying it, Nick? Are you enjoying it? I actually like sushi sometimes, says Headless Sense. Soups for weight loss duck and very hydrating, says Tripler. Yes, but DJ says people are using diabetic meds to lose weight, causing a shortage for people with diabetes. That is true. That is true. That is Ozempic. And it's going to cause fucking people problems because as soon as they stop taking it, their weight's going to fucking balloon. Oh dear, breakfast time soon now. Headless Sense says, I actually like sushi sometimes, but it can't be raw though. Tuna sandwich, can't eat fish. Disgusting statement from myself. I appreciate that. Loads of people say this to us. Like, how dare you not eat fish? And I understand. And it would be great if I could, but I can't. I just can't eat fish. I can't stand the smell, the taste, the fucking sight of the bastards. Get away from me, you fucking alien-looking things. Okay, I got good advice for you. Omega-3 in high dose, 200 milligrams a day. That is a high dose, man. I'll turn into the fish, surely. I'll grow gills. Tuna breath, though. Savage, says Tripler. Yeah. Tuna, fishy business. Omega-3 in case you don't eat fish at least 2 times a week. I do take a cod liver oil. I just peg my nose and swallow that. I'll enjoy it more when this weather turns a bit cooler. I walked to bed and did not sleep well. I'm going to a Marius event on Friday and we'll be asking him questions about it. That's right. Ask him why he keeps making shit fragrances for silly people. I will send you a link via email, says JP Music. Thank you, JP Music. I'm not into seafood too, that smell, huh? Oh, fuck no. That is just a bit... Whoa, bah, yikes. It's not for me, friends. It's not for me. And on that scurrilous tone of me denying one of the foods that made man what it is today, I am going to say good night. It's been an extremely good stream. I appreciate all the likes. We got up to 65 people watching at one point. Thank you all. I appreciate it. Thank you for all the likes. Thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting. Thank you to the people who donated. You are too kind. Nick says, I'm not going to ask him about Jeremy Fragrance. Just ask him if he's as nuts in person. You know what I mean? Anyway, I'm off. I am going to actually, sorry DJ mate, I'm going to have him in my ear as soon as I put the phone down. Don't eat. But I'm going to have to partake of something. Anyway, it has been a pleasure for myself. It really is a selfish act, me doing these streams, because I have more fun than you. Anyway, I will see you all again soon. Good night.